directions, right? Are these the magnetic directions as the compass shows, or the reason why I'm always confused is if you see, especially here, right, the sun rises and the changes over seasons is quite wide. So what we call north or what we call east today, in winter shifts all the way here, and in summer, I mean, it shifts all the way. So it's a large range. Whereas in India, you don't face that much of a problem because generally sun rises over the same place. So which is the east? Because this all direction things are all fine and you can try to use. But I've always had this confusion. Which is the baseline you decide?
See, if you, I mean, definitely it is a big question, but I'll try to answer as much as I could. All the directions and everything is based on sun, where the sun rises and all that. So wherever sun rises, that's the direction. That's the direction you have to follow. Because whenever you, in the morning, because even the place where I'm staying, I saw some minute shift within last 10 years. Slight shift in house, the way the compass was showing. And even the way how the sun, where I used to see, okay, sun is here, coming from here, the slight shift. So, wherever the sun, your sun is rising, that's the direction you should follow.
So over the period of the year.
Yeah, but he's talking about the season.
Yeah,
summer to winter.
In the summer to winter, the sun position is so much varied. Right? In somewhere I see my front door getting the sun, right? Over the period in winter it shifts all the way. So what is the direction I should say that this is my east? Because once you fix one direction and say this is, then all directions fall in place and then you can apply this.
Can I ask another question related to this?
Yeah.
See, if you define north, if you define all the directions using a magnetic compass, that defines the directions, period. It has not really anything to do with the way the sun is moving during the seasons, okay? Because the sun may be rising in the east, some part of the year, may be rising in the southeast another time of the year, but if I fix the directions using a magnetic compass, that fixes the directions, period.
Then the answer is use the magnetic compass and select that.
That's the way I understand.
No,
is that what he
Because
suggested?
you can't keep changing the doors, right?
Basically, the energy and the concept of these 5 elements. Basically, what we are considering is the north-south pole, how the whole Earth rotates, right? So Earth, the one which has got the most magnetic field, that basically automatically you yourself start seeing some changes. Like even though, like let's say my door is northeast, that does always we feel that's good. But one day I have slight change. I can feel the sun. I mean, I'm getting the energy from this direction. Someday I see it from little direction. So I mean, there are some as you said, this is subject of really studies like.
No, I'm just asking so that get the
What should be for?
What should be for? One that you use.
For that magnetic compass is there. Through that you can fix. Once you fix, due to circumstances that may change little bit. That is not very important.
No, that's what I'm asking. So I'm just asking which one should be taken.
No, magnetic compass is there now. Through that you can fix directions.
Even like in a Muslim religion, they do prayer, right? So they have their compass and they face toward one specific direction and they do it. So wherever that Makkah, Medina is there.
Where the sun rises.
So that's what they follow. If you look at this one.
But that is human being can be changing. But we are talking about structure. Once we fix that, because of the sun, here we see a big difference in California, where how the sun moves in summer to winter.
Right.
So that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm just asking which reference to take. Is it the magnetic
compass?
Magnetic compass, that is the standard, I mean to say.
Yeah, standard.
That is perfect.
Yeah. So even though sun
little bit different.
It changes.
See, 23 angles it moves. Sometimes it moves little bit. No doubt, it moves.
It moves.
It
But
moves.
there are two things, right? One is earth.
Earth
the
itself
other thing
is
season.
moving, yeah.
And the other thing is season.
Yeah, that is. But if you
So
use
for
that
that-
compass positively, it will give correct sign.
So follow the compass.
Yeah. Because that is your magnetic affection is
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So that's
Does Vastu Shastra affect children?
Children? Yeah, Vastu Shastra definitely affects children. The time you're born and throughout your life cycle, Vastu Shastra affects you. Till the anybody's life and death.
One other question. If some, for whatever reasons, if some cannot follow the Vastu Shastra, there are some remedies. So, using the remedies, is it as good as having followed the Vastu Shastra?
Remedies, like as you say, you saw some remedies there, right? Those are standard remedies that applies to everyone. But whether it affects to you or not, it is again depend upon what day you are born. Yeah. So it is like, that is our practice. That is what our, we come up with that kind of experience where we have noticed like some standard remedies, it doesn't work, let's say for me or someone else. And when we look into their whole, chart and horoscope and everything.
So you start,
Yeah,
depends on your
stars.
birth star.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of...
Oh yes.
First I can tell you, which star is powerful for you. So considering that star, we can move like that, no? Sometimes suppose west side is not fit for me, then the problem will be there. So no doubt, Vastu Shastra gives all directions. You need to put your all article like that only. But sometimes your birth chart will also affect. Doing that remedy, somebody says that mirror should keep like that, some different stone you should keep like that, give color like that. That everything is concerned with star. That color and stone, light, everything is concerned with star. No doubt. That also become give little bit. It will reduce little bit problem. But after all, everything depends upon your birth chart.
Means the standard remedies work for some people, for some not. That's what this
No,
is
some.
trying to say. So we are not saying it doesn't
Best thing
apply.
is
It
that-
does apply, but our practice we come up with that kind of conclusion that standard remedies are there, but that does not necessarily mean it works for everyone. So there are some specific individuals with whom that he was showing some slide where he said even after following Vastu Shastra, if you are not getting results or you're still facing problem, then some yag he was talking about, right? Navachandi yag.
Navachandi yag, I
So
say.
there are some things that
Chandi.
in addition to that.
Chandi yag, that's- oh, yeah.
Chandi.
Yeah. go ahead.
Chandi yag. That is called Chandi yag.
My question is in general basically that the South, it's not, you cannot generalize the South is not good for all the people.
Mhm.
It
Correct.
may be good for people who have a certain kind of horoscopes too.
Right.
And you bring up very good point. Actually, in Chinese people, they follow, like they consider south is good direction. So the Feng Shui means wind and water. Feng Shui mainly believes in, main those like natural forces, same like, they also follow the law of nature, same like Vastu Shastra. But their beliefs are a little different. But no matter what beliefs are there, the basic principle that they follow is nature, law of nature. And they also basically all these shastras or sciences or the development that is going on is all basically towards the humanity, keep the harmony between the human and nature. So if you go against the nature, we see what effects generate.
Another question basically in the same lines is that Ishanyamu is basically is the northeast,
Northeast.
and that is identified as a direction of the Ishvara.
Yeah.
So that is also scientifically looked at as a horizon of the center of the Milky Way actually.
Correct.
So in terms of the constellations, look at the nakshatra mandala, then do you have an association of this water energy, fire energy and all these things that we talk about, the directions, with any nakshatra mandalam constellations and their direction that we see? Is there any significance of that kind of a constellational significance to the directions that we have put towards north, east, north and south, as opposed to just the direction of the sun, horizon and sun?
Yeah, I think, do you want to answer that?
No, Nakshatra ఉంటుంది.
He's saying basically on the
So
nakshatra.
nakshatra is there for all, means Rashi is there. That 3 Rashi consists, suppose East. So East means Mesha, Siya and Dhana. When these 3 Rashi is connected with the East. 3 Rashi means their nakshatra also like that. 9 nakshatra connected with that. You got? Then in East. Then South, Vrishab, Kanya and Makar. That Rashi is there for South. Then West is there, Mithun, Tula and Kumbha. And North is Karka, Vrishika and Meena. So this Rashi belongs to that.
So people with those Rashis have
Yeah,
interface.
yeah, positive.
So I mean, we cannot call individual person, this one is bad. But what really affects his or what affects you, see, all these are basically correlated. Because when we are talking about these 5 elements and when we start talking about directions, basically what side is good for what, like water, where the water is and earth is. I mean, everything is basically correlated. Astrology, and I mean, again, it depends upon what you follow and after following what results you get. So all these shastras, science and astrology, everything is correlated.
Is it okay to have a puja room upstairs or it has to be only downstairs?
Pardon?
Puja
Puja.
upstairs. Upstairs or do you want it downstairs?
Upstairs. That even though if it is upstairs, no problem.
Okay.
But that should be in the northeast side.
While performing puja.
While you are performing a puja, that time your mouth should be in the east side or north side.
So one question is, you showed an ideal layout of the house, right? Suppose there is an ideal situation that you have a plot that you are planning